Welcome to ARMS. Let's start with the basics. Press SL and SR. Use the thumbstick to move. Press B to dash. Press Y to jump. Press A and X to punch. Tilt the thumbstick to punch to curve it. Press A and X to grab. Click the thumbstick to guard. Press SL or SR to unleash an attack. That's enough warming up, let's get to the real deal. Press SL and SR. Hello everybody, my name is here to you, and welcome to the ARMS Global Testfire. This is something that's pretty interesting that Nintendo did recently for their upcoming game, ARMS, for the Nintendo Switch. They did something like this for both of the Splatoon games. I already released a video for the Splatoon 2 Global Testfire, so there will be a card on screen right now for you to check that out if you want. And I also plan on making a Global Testfire video for my Splatoon Let's Play, which you can also check out if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. But this video is focusing on ARMS, the super awesome punching game where you get to punch people in the face. That being said, I have some mixed feelings about this game, which I'll be getting into a little bit later down the line in the video. I make it sound like it's going to be really far off in the future, but no, it's going to be in like a few minutes. But anyway, how ARMS works is, this is basically like a 4-player fighting game. There aren't really a whole lot of those out there, aside from what Nintendo's done. There are a few out there, but not really a whole lot that are worth mentioning. The cool thing about ARMS, though, is that this is a 3D fighting game, but they can have 4 players. So, again, there aren't really a whole lot of games like that out there. I'm personally really excited for ARMS. I think my sister is more so excited about this game than I am, but this game still looks pretty cool. And the unique thing about this game is the fact that you control your characters who have like really long, stretchy arms, and you use those to punch people with. Each character will have 3 different arms that they can equip for both of their, well, arms. I still have a counter on this video for how many times I say arms, but I'm probably not going to do that because I don't feel like it. I believe there are 10 characters who were currently confirmed for the game, although Nintendo has said that there will be more characters released in free updates down the line, which I think is really cool, because the one thing that I really liked about Splatoon was the fact that they released more content for the game over time. They released new weapons and stages over time. They're going to be doing the same thing with ARMS, and I think that works really well for an online multiplayer game like this. So, I'm excited for it. But like I said, there were a few problems with this game that I just cannot ignore when we get into the video. So this right here, this is basically the tutorial battle. We're in the Springman Stadium. I don't know the names of these levels off the top of my head. I couldn't really find any information about that. So I'm just gonna be calling them whatever I feel like it. This place is a bouncy, bouncy, happy land. Yay, bouncy, bouncy, happy land! I've lost man points. Anyway, right now we're playing as Min Min. She is by far the best character in the game, at least the ones that were playable during the demo. Not all the characters who were confirmed for the game were playable during the Global Testfire demo. Min Min is just so adorable! And now we're going to be getting into our first match for the video. And I'm going to say this right now, I played during the entire Global Testfire, at least one session. I recorded one entire session, but I would definitely not going to be uploading the entire thing, because one, a lot of it is kind of cringy, to be completely honest, because I am not that great at this game. I'm sure I'll get better down the line, at least I hope I will, but a lot of the gameplay was kind of cringy because, like, even looking back on it now, I know a lot of stuff that I should have done looking at the footage, so I'm not even gonna bother showing the cringy footage, although some people in the comments are probably gonna be wondering, why do you show the cringy footage? I want to point out how much of a moron you are! Even during this match, it's been noticeable. And like I said earlier, this is a 4-player game, so there are definitely going to be 4-player modes, which we'll be getting into right now. I'd like to give a quick shout out to my sister Mini Beanie for playing this game with me during this test fire. She doesn't really play a whole lot of the same games I do. She does play a few like Tomb Raider and Pikmin and things like that, but more competitive stuff like Smash Brothers, she doesn't really get into all that much. I'm really surprised how... I'm gonna say this, I don't want to sound rude when I say this, but I'm really surprised about how good she was at this game. I'm saying that in a completely nice way. I'm not trying to say, I'm trying to bash her or anything like that, because she is a much better gamer than she thinks. But she was really, really good at this game. She beat me a couple times, so yeah, quick shout out to my sister for helping me record footage for this game. Although, this match right here, we both lost terribly. I just wanted to demonstrate this match right here because I figured some people would want to watch my cringy footage, and this is just one of the more intense matches, and it would be a sin not to show it. And also, the more Min-Mins you have on screen, the better, because Min-Min is the best ARMS character. Unfortunately, Twin-Tail wasn't playable during this demo, and that makes me sad. So right here, you're going to see what the 4-player mode is like during ARMS. You have 2 people on both teams. They're both tethered to each other. I wasn't really all that big of a fan of this mode, to be honest. This is one of the first problems I'm going to be bringing up during this video, was that I wasn't really all that fond of the 4-player mode. Because you're tethered to each other, so if one character is sent flying, chances are you're going to be sent flying too, and it'll be completely unexpected, because more often than not, they're going to be off camera, and so you're going to be suddenly pulled back when you're trying to aim at your opponents, and then suddenly you're sent flying or something like that. So yeah, I had problems with that. I'll probably get used to it the more I play this game. Another really big problem I have with this game, and I'm really surprised about this because I usually love motion controls, but a big problem I had with this game was how the motion controls worked, and I don't know why, but I just didn't like it when I was playing through the game. The way you have to hold the Joy-Cons when you're using motion controls, you have them separately from the grip and stuff like that, and you're using the motion controls with the face buttons pointing at each other, like you're holding a fist up or something, and it was a little weird because you had to press the D-pad to change your targets, and that was pretty inconvenient for how you had to hold the controller. So that was a little weird trying to get used to, and trying to curve the punches with the motion controls. There'd be times where it felt like it was really responsive and it was like the greatest thing ever, but there would be other times where it felt like, why is it curving? I tried to throw a straight punch, I don't know why it's curving all of a sudden. And the biggest problem I had was, I'd like to try to punch as fast as I can, and I know that's probably a bad thing in this type of game. But the thing is, the game would register me trying to use a grab rather than trying to punch. So I had some problems with that. Again, this is just stuff that I could probably get used to over time, although I said the same thing about Star Fox Zero, and I'm not going to open up that can of worms right now. But enough about that. So, ARMS. I have mixed feelings about it right now, but I'm sure I can get used to my, I'm sure I can get over my problems the more I play of this game. There was one match that really got, like, so frustrating that I briefly considered, canceling my pre-order of this game. And I'm kind of sad to admit that, because I honestly did have a lot of fun with this game. And this right here, I wanted to show this match right here because I wanted to demonstrate the fact that one little slip up during these matches can mean your death, because I was so close to winning this one. And I also wanted to demonstrate how adorable this character is right here. Because he's like a little girl, and he's in a giant robot. It's just pretty funny. This match right here, I wanted to demonstrate a 3-player mode, and this is the only match in the game that I actually won in 3-player mode, so slight spoilers, I guess, but I'm going to let you guys know right now, there is going to be a point in a couple of seconds where it kind of skips ahead for a few moments. All you're really going to miss is Master Mummy getting taken out. That's all you're really going to miss. The reason I had to skip around that was because of the fact that some of my footage corrupted, like a couple frames corrupted, and if my editing program went through those frames, then I couldn't continue editing the video. It's very weird, and I don't know what's going on with that, because that's actually been happening a lot lately for my videos. I don't know what's going on right there. I'm gonna try to fix that soon. All you really missed was Master Mummy being taken out, so it's not really gonna be that big of a problem. So, as you saw, the two characters I played during the Global Test Fire were Min Min and Ribbon Girl. They're both really great characters. I'm going to try to play as the other characters during this weekend's Global Test Fire, which would have already happened by the time this video was uploaded. I'm going to have all the times for when the Global Test Fire did happen in the description below. So, you can look at that if you want to. And Ribbon Girl is adorable! So yeah, Min Min and Ribbon Girl. Min Min, she's obviously the best character in this game. I've said that plenty of times before. So, the really neat thing about Ribbon Girl is the fact that I believe she's the only character who can double jump. So I think she's a really great character for newcomers. Maybe that was the reason why Meanie Beanie was so great at this game, because of the fact that actually no, she didn't know about the double jump until after the test fire was over. Well, I guess he really is better at this game than I am. Alright. So this right here, this is the volleyball mode. I'm not really that big of a fan of volleyball in real life. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm just not really that big of a fan of the sport in real life. I'm not really that big into sports in real life to begin with. Like, the only one I really like is baseball. But this was a pretty decent mode. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me over time. How this works is you punch the volleyball across the stage, and eventually, if it touches the ground, it explodes. So it's actually kind of funny. My problem with it is the fact that it goes go by way too fast. So I hope there's a mode I hope there's a way later in the full game where you can decide how long these matches are going to last. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this Global Test Fire video. So, thank you guys so much for watching this ARMS Global Test Fire, and until next time, to the gear to you. Oh yeah!